and stuff. So there we go. All right. Super excited to have you guys on here, see all of your faces on a Monday. Love plugging in and getting to like quickly connect, share some information and do like weekly short trainings and stuff. Last week was Gina, which was amazing. Tonight we're going to have Wendy Lee Stevenson. She has been with Modera a couple years now. She came from like the corporate world. She does a lot of training. She brings fire tips. You guys are going to love her. So before she comes on, because I told her that I would probably have her start like around 8:40. I just want to like kind of give you guys a couple tips and like end of the month things, because we are cruising into the end of the month here. And you want to like just be aware of, your points, what your goals are, not leaving any money on the table. So really quick. And if you have like a notebook or you want to like jot down some things, or again, I'm recording this, some things to think about when you're in your back office and you're looking at your promoter. So there's two sides of the back office. The left side of the screen is always the team. The right side is always your customer points. The customer points always go by like the medals: gold, silver, bronze, silver, gold. I'm going the wrong way. Bronze, silver, gold, platinum. That's you. That's your customers. That has nothing to do with a team. So when you're looking at that and you look at those little check marks, that tells you how close you are to the next rank, right? So when you do like the math and it tells you how many customers you need and what your next rank is, as you're getting close to the end of the month, because you guys, we literally have 1 week, try to mentally figure out, okay, I'm going for the next rank. I have to get 500 more points. That means I need to sell like 5 more lean body systems. That means I need to sell 4 more orders of collagen, and break it down like that. Also, when you're doing that, I know some of you are new, right? So a lean body system is 110 points, right? And it's 3 items. There's 3 items in that. If you're new, don't get overwhelmed with this, but we like to try to upsell people. If you upsell people and give them, and these bundles are all on our boards. I'm going to bring the boards up on the screen in a minute, but if you upsell them and get them to 8 items in their cart, and when I say upsell, you can literally sell the cheapest items, you guys, to make it the additional 5. And the cheap items on our website are like toothpaste, mouthwash, hand soap, which Lindsay Ray loves, body bars, multi-surface spray, fresh space, like things people buy. So if you add them and get their order to the 8 items, they get 15% off and free shipping. So they actually only end up spending like $5 more than a lean body system, but they get all this free shit. And guess what? You get more points. And guess what? You get more commission. And guess what? They get more stuff. So it's like a win-win. And that's how I always like tell people, because like, I'll be like, listen, I will sell you a lean body system and I will charge you $15 for tax and shipping. But if you would rather just put that money towards getting some free stuff, I tell them it's free stuff. And they're like, but I don't want toothpaste and mouthwash. I'm like, then give it away. Put it in your guest bathroom. Like, give it to like your kids to use. It's actually really good quality stuff. Like, there are people that have testimonies from dentists that are like, yo, what are you brushing your teeth with? This stuff's great. And FYI, because again, there's like so many things that you'll hear over time that will blow your mind. Our mouthwash has 100 uses, you guys, and 3 ingredients. Literally. There are 3 ingredients. Like, go on the Modera app. There are 3 ingredients in our mouthwash, and go and look at like an organic mouthwash. There's like 15 ingredients in those suckers. Ours has 3. And when I say it does 100 things, like I'll post it again and Move and Improve. Like, it literally does 100 things. Like, it will disinfect the bottom of your purse. It's pretty cool stuff. So Wendy Lee's coming on in a second. I see her on here. But yes, just keep that in mind when you're going through for your goals for the end of the month, right? We do have a promo coming up this weekend. It's going to start on the 28th and it's going to actually run all the way through the 1st, which is pretty cool because you're going to be able to end the month and start the month with a promo. They're doing a free jar with a $150 order of the Phyto, the greens or the golds. So they're a little bit harder of a product to talk about because it's something that like many of us aren't that familiar with. So go on the app and like check it out, right? Like go into like Move and Improve, go in the real results room, read what people are saying. The greens are going to give people the extra dose of greens in their diet. They're going to alkaline their body. The golds are really great for like joint pain relief because of the turmeric and like inflammation in the body, all of that. So definitely go and just like familiarize yourself with those things a little bit. We're going to share things with you guys to be able to use as far as bundles, story ideas, all of that. But again, it's free stuff, so why not? So really quick before Wendy Lee comes on, I want to just pull up our board one time just to show you guys, like, if you're ever home. Oops, did this share? Wait, no, it didn't. Hold on. There we go. Lindsay, right? Shake your head if you can see my board. You can see it, right? So if you guys are home, right? And I always like take screenshots of our board and I drop it in the team chat, right? So this is the board. If you have it downloaded, it comes as a keyboard. So like when you're over here in our team chat, I'm just going to show you, if you click here and click the globe, here's the board where you can like copy and paste things. But if you ever want to just go and familiarize yourself with things that are going on, just go into the app, right? If you go on it, you have everything there bigger for you to actually be able to like click on and read things. So we have like this schedule that like Lindsay Ray makes every week with just ideas for you guys. We have an entire board with just power hour stuff. That's literally, y'all, scripts and everything to do a power hour. So when we tell you working the business in an hour a day, like it's here. Like if I had this sucker when I started 4 years ago, like, I don't know, maybe I would have resigned 2 years ago instead of just a year ago. Just saying. But this thing is amazing. Like I get it. It can be overwhelming, but at the end of the day, it's pretty cool that all the stuff is like literally here in one spot for you. And when I was talking about those bundles really quick, and then Wendy Lee, I'm turning it over to you. When you go into our products folder, we have everything in here for you guys broken down by like lean body, axis, trim, biocell. If you were to go into the lean body, see the bundles here. So this is like what I was just telling you guys about. Look at that price. When I send this to people, they're like, I think I just want the good. I'm like, you do see that it says right under there, shipping and tax are not included, right? But they're included on the right. So on the left, top left, they're going to pay another like $10 to $12 easily. On the right, tax and shipping included. And when people say, I don't want to be on Smart Ship, really quick, you guys, my answer is you're never locked in. Literally, like you can get a text message right now at 8 p.m. and say it's coming out tomorrow, and you can go in there and turn it off, like that easy. So they're never locked in where other companies do that. So I wanted to just give you those quick tips. Of course, I'll share more in like the team page and the team chat, I'm sure, but I want Wendy Lee to pour into you guys for a little bit. So I'm going to give the mic over to her. There she is. Super pretty girl. Thank you so much.
Hello. What?
I said, thank you so much for coming and joining us for a little bit and giving us your time.
Yeah,
I appreciate you.
Happy to be here. And I'm like, I lost my hair dryer, you guys. How do you lose a hair dryer?
Like literally lost it, or like it exploded, or
like I can't find it.
All right, love it.
So I put it in my suitcase. I've been like moving back and forth between spaces, and I put it in my suitcase, and I'm like, I swear I put it in there, and I took it. I don't know where it is. So anyway, so I've been going like the air dry look, and I'm like, oh, we're just rolling with it.
I love it. But yeah, tell them a little bit about you and stuff, because I've told them like not that much. And you guys, I had the pleasure of meeting her in person in Cabo. Like we met online, but it's totally different.
We met at Marina's first.
Oh yeah, we did. I forgot about that. Yes, I totally forgot about that. All right, go ahead. You're up, girl.
All right. Hi, guys. Wendy Lee Stevenson here. And I have been with Modair since June of 2019. I jumped in after literally walking away. Well, I did sold a different network marketing business. I was in skincare for 5.5 years. And if anyone's familiar with Rodan and Fields, and that business changed my life. But 5 years in, I was like, I kind of don't like it. Like, I don't like the culture. I don't really care that much about the skincare. They were toxic products that I was struggling with, right? Because I was moving in my life towards this more non-toxic living. And so I just didn't feel aligned anymore. But I made 5 figures a month without working. So it's like kind of a hard thing, right? I ran into John Melton at an event in Dallas, Texas. It was the week, I was actually with John at the moment that they released the Advocare news that they were being getting their comp plan changed. And we were talking about that. And I was like, tell me a little bit about your company and what you do. Anyway, 2 weeks later, I joined. So thankfully was able to sell my other business and jumped into Modere. And it's been like, you guys, I don't know if any of you came from another company, but this place is such a dang blessing. The culture, the collaboration, and just the systems. I mean, you guys, what Carrie just shared with you with those boards, that's freaking gold. Like, people don't have in other companies the tools and the resources that we do here. It's absolutely incredible. I say all the time, like, I could teach my kids to do this job. I could teach my 11-year-old how to build a Modere business because we make it that simple. I just launched a new social marketer yesterday. She has 120 days of text, right? She signs up, or not text, social media posts. She's like, I'm not really good with social media. I'm like, it's totally fine. You have 120 days that we tell you exactly what to post. She's on day 3 and she's signed like 4 customers today. Right? Because we have systems. We teach a simple way to do things. So anyway, I didn't finish the story about me. So I'm a mom of, well, it's complicated. Technically a mom of 7. So I have 4 biological kids. We adopted 3. My oldest that we adopted, we only had for a very short time, and he's on his own. And, adoption is hard, especially moving cultures. And so it's a very broken relationship, but I've got 5 kids in my house, 1 in college full-time, and life is crazy. And I'm in an apartment right now because what I don't publish on Facebook is that I am going through a divorce right now. So it's been a really hard 2 years. I want to say this because I want you guys to like get the real Wendy. I don't know how many of you see me online and it looks like everything's great, but I went through serious trauma with my oldest adopted child that came in and pretty much wrecked our world. And a special needs child that we adopted who was in the hospital for pretty much 2 years. And, we deal with her issues like every single day. There's, she has, cerebral palsy, but she also has cyclical vomiting syndrome. So every day we're cleaning up vomit. It's a lot of work. Anyway, it's like literally like for 2 years, one thing after another. Has anyone ever been there where you feel like when it rains, it pours, right? And, 2 years ago, I got my Facebook shut down. I had to start all over. That was really a year and a half ago. It was a year ago, August. My husband and I decided we were getting a divorce, then our car broke down, and then I bought a new car and paid cash for it, and then I wrecked it. it's like literally nonstop, right? And anyway, all that being said, it's been literally like a crazy 2 years, but I've been able to consistently show up in my business. And there's 2 reasons why. Number 1 is I know how to show up, right? I know what to do. And number 2 is I go back to a Jim Rohn quote. That is my favorite quote that I live by. You can't change the blowing of the wind, but you can change the setting of the sails. So I have a group called Credo Collective. The reason it's called Credo is because Credo means your philosophy, and that's the foundation for everything. If you have a credo that you are going to win no matter what, if you have a credo that it doesn't matter what happens to you, you're going to make the best of every situation, that you're going to see what happens for you instead of to you, right? When we can change that mindset, we can change everything, right? It doesn't matter what comes at you. It matters how you respond. So I'm going to dig into, I think we're talking about consistency, right? And creating a routine for success. But I want to preface it by saying that you can have all the details of how to run a successful business, but if your mind's not right, you're not going to. It's just the way it is. Mindset for athletes, they say, is 90% of their performance is their mindset. I have a son, he's 16, one of our adopted kiddos. He's the biggest blessing. And I would go through all the challenges again to have him as my child, because he's such a light to the world. But he is 16 years old and he has zero ego right now. no ego, but insanely athletic. And I watched him in wrestling Saturday, and he's like jumping around. So he started wrestling, literally never wrestled ever, never even saw it before until this year, and gets on the wrestling team, and his first match ever pins the guy, right? They moved him up to varsity pretty quickly. He placed third in the tournament this weekend. Like, he's been wrestling for a month and a half. He's phenomenal. But the kid has no ego. He goes out there and his coach says, all right, if you win this one, and he looked at him, he goes, I'm going to win this one. I'm going to win this one. Right. And he's bouncing around doing his thing. Anyway, that was one that he lost, that he wound up being third place and not first or second, because he lost that match. And when he was done, he didn't cry about it. He didn't get all ticked off like a lot of the kids do, right? He walked over to his coach and he goes, well, I didn't win it, but I'm going to win the next one. What could I have done different? That's what he said. What if we all went into life with that attitude, went into business with that attitude? Okay, I didn't close this one. What could I have done different? Right? We have got to get into the habit of reflection, of taking everything that we do, everything we experience, everything we go through, every choice we make, and reflect and say, what could I have done different? How can I improve? How can I move forward and win next time, or get better next time, right? Also, one thing a lot of us neglect is not just reflecting on what we could have done better, but what we did great. How many of you beat yourself up on all the things you didn't do? How many of you guys get to the end of your day and you're like scrolling on your phone, like, I should do something productive because I feel like I've been a loser today and I haven't really worked my business, but I've been on my phone all day, right? Been there. We need to get in the habit of reflecting on what we won at and freaking celebrating it, right? So before I get into the consistency and what your day should look like, I want to also tell you this. I got really good at making money in this industry. All right. I've built teams, and in the last 8 years, I think in the teams that I've built, we've done over $12 million in sales online. Okay. I've built both my network marketing businesses to 5 figures a month. And now I have a coaching business that I do, anywhere from $10,000 to $25,000 a month. That didn't happen by accident. It happened by consistency. But here's what I wound up doing. I found myself doing is like always beating myself up for what I didn't accomplish. We've got to reflect on the wins. We've got to go back and say, okay, what did I do well? Here's the other thing. I made all this money, and until this year, I had nothing to show for it. Have you guys ever been like, where the heck does my money go? Right? Like, or you start this business. How many of you had a why, like a specific thing when you started your business? Like, I want to save for X. I want to either, right, pay something off, pay off my debt, or I want to take a vacation, or I want to buy the red bottom shoes. I don't know, whatever that is for you, or I want to bring my spouse home, whatever that is for you. How much have you saved towards it? Because here's the thing, when we reflect on winning, but we're not doing anything with the money we make to put towards our goals, we feel like a failure. So if you take one thing away from tonight, I want to tell you this before I get into the real training. Every paycheck, I want you to take a percentage and put it towards your dream. I want you to create a bank account, a savings account that is whatever your why is. Label it your why. You know how you can go in there and change the label? Label it your why. What's your why? Disney vacation? At Italy with your husband? I don't know, bringing your husband home, buying an RV. I don't care what it is. Label that bank account with your why and put a percentage of every single paycheck in there and never touch it. So then when you get to the end of the year and you're like, oh, I'm a loser, I haven't grown, I didn't hit elite, right? I want you to go look at that bank account and go, you know what? I'm chipping away. I'm moving towards that why that I said I wanted, instead of having nothing to show for it at the end of the year, right? Okay, now I'm going to get into the actual training. That was just a little bonus stuff for you. Okay. So consistency, creating a routine for success. All right. Really quickly, let's talk about a routine for success first. Your morning routine is the most important routine you can create for yourself. I know some of you are probably night owls. Some of you are probably morning people. Some of you are like, can I just sleep all day and forget the rest. No. But your morning routine sets your tone for the day. And even night owls, okay, if you can create a good morning routine, you're going to be most productive in the morning. All right, it's proven. It's science. Science. Baloney, isn't it? No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, create that morning routine. So I don't know if you guys have ever read The Miracle Morning. If you haven't, I recommend you get that book. But if nothing else, your morning routine, get up and start with gratitude, right? Start with gratitude. What are you thankful for? Here's some things that I put down as gratitudes, because sometimes you get stuck and you're like, oh, that I'm living, that I'm breathing, my kids, right? And we write the same things every day. I like to look at a few things. What am I thankful for? Like, what is a blessing of today that I'm thankful for? What is a trial in my past that I'm thankful for, or a failure, right? And what is something that I know is coming in my future that I'm going to give advanced gratitude for? So if you only do 3 gratitudes, what are you grateful for today? What are you grateful for in the past? And what are you grateful for that hasn't happened yet, right? The Miracle Morning is Hal Elrod, Halelrod. Okay. And the Miracle Morning, he talks about you can do it an hour long, or you can do it 10 minutes. But is it 10 minutes? I don't know. I don't remember. But that got me in the routine of my of the morning. And now I kind of adjusted it to make it my own. But you have your gratitudes. I call it visioneering. So how many of you have a vision board? Anybody? All right. If you don't have a vision board, I want to encourage you to just go pick out like 10 pictures on the internet that are something that you want to achieve, accomplish. Go put yourself. I'll show you one of mine. Hold on. I'll just show you so anyway, you're going to put these photos in an album on your phone. There's your vision board, right? An album you swipe through. So I have my vision board album right here. So this is my future lake house, right? Here's my Tesla. There's the yacht that I'm not going to buy unless I have a company that owns it and we rent it out, but I'm going to rent, right? My boat, my house in Nicaragua. This is me. This is actually Marina's event. Nadia made me get up on stage. But this is a vision of me speaking at a network marketing event. This is me getting back to a 6-pack. All right. Right. More Nicaragua in the places I want to travel. This is what I want to show you. What's that say? Elite Black One. There is my announcement for Elite Black One. Am I Elite Black One? No, but I'm freaking gonna be. So it's on my vision board, right? So I've got other things in here. Hold on, let me see. I want to swim with a whale, right? Whatever. So this one is cute. So just fun fact, there's this lady that paints weddings, like live scenes from weddings, and she's phenomenal. And I bawled my eyes out when I saw, even though I'm getting divorced, I think it's the most beautiful thing. When my daughter gets married one day, I'm going to have this woman or somebody come paint a live scene of her and her daddy doing a father-daughter dance, because I think that's sweet. Anyway, but I have this stuff in my vision board, and maybe you have it on the wall. The key is to look at it every day. So in the morning, guess what I do? I open up, in part of my morning routine, I open up my vision board, my little photo album, and I swipe through. Put one of my favorite songs on, swipe through, right? Because when you don't put that in your mind constantly, you forget, right? That's why we want to have it like stuck on the wall or something somewhere. But even then, when it's stuck on the wall, how many of you guys have ever put one up and then you never look at it, right? Like you don't look at it. So be intentional. So I do gratitudes, I do visioneering, I do like quiet time, prayer, meditation, whatever you want to call it. I do reading, personal development. I want to explain to you the difference between training and personal development. Okay. Personal development is you growing your mind. Training is you learning a skill. Some of you are way overtrained and under personally developed. Make sense? You go to all the trainings of all the things that all the people do to get strategy, but this isn't right. So it doesn't matter. Stop getting strategy, start working here, right? And then get the strategy and implement one thing at a time. Master it. Okay. So maybe the first thing you need to master is your morning routine, because habits are everything. Our life is built of habits, good ones and bad ones. And you cannot get rid of a bad habit without replacing it with a good one. Okay, so what's the bad habit? Is it scrolling? Maybe your good habit now needs to be being super intentional with how you prospect. Pull up Instagram, go find your ideal client. So I'm going to give you guys, well, let me give you that. I'll give that at the end. Okay. I like jump all over. Sorry. Okay. So the routine for success. So I want you to have a morning routine, a nighttime routine, and your business block routine. Okay. So morning routine gets your night right, or your mind right. Seriously. Morning routine gets your mind right. Night routine gets you prepared for the next day. So what do I do in my nighttime routine? I write my 3 priorities for the next day. I say, what did I do well? And what can I adjust for tomorrow? Right. And I write out my schedule for the next day. And I make sure that I have I call it my one thing time blocked. Has anyone ever read the book, The One Thing? Another one to add to your list if you haven't. So the one thing basically says that there's one most important thing to do in your business, that when you do it, everything else becomes easier or irrelevant. Okay. The one thing for any person in network marketing is lead generation, creating leads, finding leads, talking to leads, right? So for any business that you do sales, lead generation is, if you're in real estate, lead generation. So lead generation is your one thing, not team calls, leading team, putting a post in the team page, right? All that management stuff, that's not your number one thing. Your number one thing is creating leads. Your number one thing is not helping your new network marketer till you work on your business first. So all of you, right? It's so easy to get sucked in and be like the busy work. I show up to all the calls. I do all the trainings, but you don't actually work your business. If you want to make money, you have to work your business, right? So lead generation is the one thing. So you have your morning routine, your nighttime routine, and then you time block your one thing, your lead generation time. Okay. I call it a seed session. Lots of people call it a power hour. Gary had a whole guide on how you do your power hour. Here's what the most simple power hour is. If you have 30 minutes, 10 minutes of starting new conversations, 10 minutes of follow-up, 10 minutes of asking the open question. Boom. The reason I call it seed session, seed stands for simple engagements every day. And you're planting the seed to grow the harvest, right? So I'm planting seeds. I'm starting new conversations. I'm following up with current conversations, and I'm asking people if they're open. That's it. What if you did that every day? 10, 10, 10, 30 minutes every day. Here's where consistency comes in. All right. If you do it every day, take one day off. Do it 6 days. Even God rested on day 7. So 6 days. If you take 2 days off, you might take 3 off. Did you know that? So there's actually, in creating habits and in creating consistency, you are going to be more productive and more likely to stick with it if you do it 6 days. When you take 2 to 3 days off, you get out of the routine. Okay. So shoot for 6 days, Monday through Saturday, that you do 10, 10, 10. Super simple. Now, as you master that, and that's no longer a big deal, then you start adding the other stuff, right? Then you can get super fancy with your power hours. But how many of you don't even do that, right? You don't have to answer. But the reality is, most people don't ask anyone if they're open in a day, right? Then you go in hustle mode and you're like, maybe something happens, you lose a job, or your husband loses a job, or you have a bill come up and you're like, I need to hustle, right? And then you don't see results right away because you haven't been planting seed. Now you're just like throwing seed and you're like, grow, right? You haven't been planting seed consistently. And then you're like, this sucks. This doesn't work. I quit. So start now. Plant the seed every day. Can you guys handle 10, 10, and 10? Right? Anybody can. Don't overthink it. Set a timer. This is what we do on our seed sessions. We set a timer, race the clock, right? Don't respond to people that respond to you till you get your 10 minutes done. Right? So the key is to create those routines, to time block your prospecting time, your lead generation time, and to do it no matter what. This is where you need your why to be strong. And I need you to let pain push you. And I might have said this on the last time I did a call with you, Carrie, but we all are running towards pleasure and away from pain. That's what moves us. Unfortunately, the running away from pain is stronger than the running towards pleasure. Oh, I want that dream vacation. How hard have you worked for it? You lose a job, guess what? You freaking work hard to make it happen because pain hurts more. And pleasure is long-term and pain is immediate, right? Pain is happening now and you feel it, so it moves you. So I want you to take whatever that pleasure is, whatever that thing is that you want in the future, and create a pain. So somebody tell me your why. Unmute and just tell me what's the big thing that you want to accomplish with your business.
Support my family and my kids.
Okay. Support your family and your kids. What happens if you don't build Modere? What do you have to do?
Work really, really hard by myself.
Mhm.
With
And
no-
you
not a
probably have
whole
to
lot-
leave your kids more.
I'm sorry, say again.
And you'd probably have to leave your kids more.
Oh, a ton. Yeah.
So when you put up a picture of your kids next to your computer and you have to do 10 minutes of asking people if they're open and you don't want to do it, you have to look at your kids, the picture, and go, you're not worth 10 minutes of me uncomfortable. Who's going to do that? But that's what you're doing if you don't do the work, right? I mean, that's what you're doing. When I was adopting my kids and it was $90,000 to bring them home, I put a picture by my desk of those kids. And every time I didn't feel like reaching out because I felt stupid or spammy or whatever story I told myself, I was like, can I get uncomfortable for them for 10 minutes? Yes, I can. What a selfish jerk I would be if I couldn't, right? But when we put some idea out there of like, oh yeah, I would love to be able to retire and be home full time. Sounds great. No, by you not working your business, you're telling your kids that they're not worth it. They're not worth you being told no. They're not worth you getting your feelings hurt. Right? That's the reality. Just shooting you straight. Right? And if you can't do it then you're lacking belief in something. So build your belief. Are you lacking belief in the business? Like the company, the products, yourself? The fact that you can launch somebody? Maybe you're lacking belief in yourself that you can bring somebody on and launch them. Maybe you're lacking belief because somebody told you the products didn't work. So then we have to leverage, right? Borrow belief. Have you ever heard that term, right? Borrow belief. See all the testimonials of people that have crushed it in the business, or all the people that are losing a ton of weight, or all the people that, couldn't hardly squat and now their knees feel great because of the collagen. Borrow belief from people that have it, right? Does that make sense?
I love how simple you make it seem. Like, just, I don't know. It's nice hearing someone else like break it down like that into like the little segments, and like, it just gets your mind thinking. And how you said like about the personal and the mental, and like when you like related that to like your son and stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's really simple. You guys, any one of you can be a millionaire in this company. Any one of you. Like, it's not rocket science. It's really freaking simple, right? And what you lack in skill, this is a Jim Rohn thing he talks about, right? What you lack in skill, you can make up in numbers. People ask me all the time, I have a mastermind, right? And I coach like 20 people through the year. And every time I throw out verbiage, they're like, how does that come so easy? Because I've been doing it for 8 years, right? I sucked at it in the beginning. You kidding me? I was like word vomit girl, scared people. They ran the other way, right? But I learned and I got better and I kept going. I did not quit. I kept going because guess what? I know the pain of working a 40-hour, 50-hour, 60-hour a week job. I know that pain. I don't want that again. I want to be my own boss. I don't want somebody telling me what to do. I want to be my own boss. How many of you have a full-time job in here or a part-time job? How many of you have a boss that's other than yourself? Do you work harder for yourself or for your boss? Oh, Lindsay says herself. It's unusual. Normally people work harder for the person that writes them a W-2 paycheck than they do for the dream they want to build. Right? Why? You value your boss more than yourself? You value your boss more than your family? You value your boss more than your freedom? Right? Why? Why do we do that? So ask yourself that question. Right? And so, and understand, like, so many people like get into network marketing, and I don't know how long you guys have been doing this business, but so many people get into network marketing and they're like, I'll try. I'm going to try and see how it goes. You fail. If that's your mindset, like, you might as well quit. Right? Because you've got to be committed. So my quote that I say all the time, because it's true, is life change starts with a made up mind. When you decide, when you say, I'm committed, no matter what, I'm going to make this happen. I don't care what comes my way. I don't care how hard it is. I don't care how long it takes. Because here's the reality, you guys. If it takes 6 years, who cares? If it takes 6 years to make 6 figures without working, is it worth it? How many of you give it 6 years? Most people quit after 1. Shit, most people quit after 3 months, right? But be committed and know, like, keep the end in mind. Go look at people that have worked consistently through the years and constantly grow their mind. They're all killing it, right? Because this industry works and you're in the best company that there is. I look at a lot of companies and I coach people in lots of different companies. I'm telling you, you're in the best one there is. When I have other people that I'm coaching that are like, I'm just struggling to make the paycheck, blah, 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 and they're doing all the right things, I'm like, I wish I could just recruit you. Came to Modere, you'd be fine. Right? But so, all right. What question did that? I feel like I gave a lot of information in a really short amount of time, but
no, that was perfect, first of all. And I want to tell you
Okay.
guys really quick, when she's done, after you guys, if you have questions, like, go and follow her. She gives so much great value on her page, in her mastermind that she has, and like all the things, honestly. Like, I was following her way before we met at Marina's, and then meeting her in person was just like the icing on the cake. And I was like, oh my God, I love Wendy. So yeah, and hearing her story and stuff, and like just listening to her talk, I mean, I was just sitting there like salivating the whole time. So yeah, if you guys have questions though, go ahead and unmute. And then, yeah, I've recorded it, so we have this.
And I want to show you guys a simple Instagram prospecting tip. Okay. I think I showed it. I showed it to Dana today. I'm pretty sure. All right. Katie, do you have a question?
Well, yeah, just how do you get out of your own way? Like I've had a lot of roadblocks. I mean, I've been through a lot. I'm not going to get into it because then I'll start getting upset, but I've been through a lot, and I'm trying to get my mind back so that I can be all in with this business, because I'm having a very difficult time trying to find a full-time job. And I've been in sales for 17 years, but I lack education. So I don't know. I don't know.
Perfect place for you to be. Build Modere.
Right. Well,
so getting out of your own way.
Getting out of my own way, and just I don't know, just the lack of confidence is ridiculous. Like, yeah.
So let me tell you something about confidence. You know how to get it? Through clarity. Period. When you are clear, when you have clarity, confidence is easy.
With what though? Clarity on what I want?
So clarity on how to talk to people, clarity on what your goal is, what do you want to accomplish with them, clarity on who your ideal client is, clarity on the value that you bring. So you've got to figure out where are you lacking the confidence, and go, okay, what do I need to get clear? Right? So are you lacking confidence on reach outs? Are you lacking confidence on your social media posts? What are you lacking confidence in?
Like reach outs, social media posts. Like we're very, very lucky with the group that we have. We have a lot of content and a lot of stuff that we can work with and build off of. And I mean, even with just TikToks, you're just basically copying what other people are doing, you know what I mean, at the end of the day, but making it your own somehow. But I just reaching out to people, I have the hardest time, like just like stop, like I get in
Sending the
my own way.
message?
Like I don't know how to talk for years. I'm 41. For years, people have told me you don't know how to talk to people. Like, you know what I mean? I mean,
So,
obviously I
okay, so I'm
do,
going to
'cause I've
pause
been
you
doing-
right now, Katie. All right. You're believing a story that people told you that's not true. That's why you're lacking confidence, because you are believing what people spoke into you. So I want you to write that down, that I don't know how to talk to people. And I want you to freaking set that on fire. I'm not kidding you. Write it on a piece of paper, take it outside and set it on freaking fire. And so I am going to continuously learn how to be a better communicator. That's your new affirmation. Every single day, write it on your mirror, write it on Post-it notes, put it in your car. I am constantly learning how to be a better communicator. And do it. Like, I promise you, nobody's sitting there going, she doesn't know how to talk. Nobody's saying that. Whoever told you that's a jerk, okay? I don't care who it was. All right, so throw that out, burn it up, get it out. All right, and find someone to help you. Say, here's the message I'm sending. How does it sound? Right?
Yeah.
How can I make this better?
Carrie knows I'm not afraid to ask questions.
Say, how can I make this better? And say every day I'm working to become a better communicator. I am going to be an amazing communicator. I'm going to start teaching other people in the future how to communicate better. Right?
How do I put that on a vision board? Just communicate, like the word communicate.
Sure.
Hmm.
Or like what's the thing with like megaphone?
Yeah.
Okay. And start practicing. Listen, every reach out, go, I don't care if they join, I'm just practicing. Have that attitude. Who cares what the outcome is? Just start practicing. All right. Can you make me co-host so I can share my screen really quick, Carrie? I'm going to show you guys really quick. This is an Instagram, but you can do the same kind of stuff on Facebook, but well, not really. I'm going to show, you know what? Let me just show you both. I'm just going to show you how to prospect on Facebook, people you don't know, and how to prospect on Instagram, people you don't know. You ready for that? This is like my training that most people don't get, okay, for free. Okay. All right, ready? So I'm on Instagram right now. Let's pretend your ideal client is postpartum mom. All right, so we're going to say postpartum journey. Postpartum journey. I'm going to go to tags, postpartum journey. There it is, 1.3 million posts. And I'm going to go to reels. All right, y'all keep up. She's recording this so you can watch a replay because I got to go through real quick. All right, here's 68,000 posts.
Allow me to reintroduce my.
All right. And so she's the peaceful sleeper. I'm going to go to her account. Look, she's got 268,000 followers. She's a sleep expert. Get baby sleeping. Guess what? All her followers are going to be what, you guys? Moms and newborns. Okay. So I'm going to go right now. See, I'm on her reels. I'm going to go over here to the grid. All right. I'm going to go to that grid and I'm going to go to that most recent thing here. And the reason I'm going to the grid is because when I scroll down, I can see this 821 likes. All right. I'm going to click on oops, there she got 822. Click on that and look at what it does. It pulls up a list of all the people that liked it. Guess what? Prospects. Let me tell you how to get in their inbox. You ready? Stupid simple. Here's Natalie Gent. She has a little circle around her. Guess what? She has a story. Go Chiefs. I looked at that for 3 seconds and I see she's cheering for the Chiefs. Go Chiefs. Guess what? I'm in her inbox and relating. I'm not doing anything else with her. But when she goes and responds to me, I'm going to go, do y'all know the 333 Marina, right? I'm sure Carrie's taught you that. Now I'll go in and engage with her when she engages with me. Here's Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Favorite Peloton instructor. Oh my gosh. Oh, so sweet. I'm in her inbox. Here's some power hour stuff, right? Katie.
Like gold, dude.
This one, I don't really know what to say. I'm just going to fire emoji it. Guess what? I'm in her inbox. Okay. That's it, you guys. You can scroll down for days and do this. And guess what? That's it. Now, when I come over here and Katie goes in and double taps, then I go to Katie and I'm like, oh, just comment on a couple things. Your family's so sweet. Where are you from? I don't know, whatever. Learn how to ask good questions. I always ask people, oh, what do you do? I try and find something. What do you do for a living? Okay, so now I'm going to show you on Facebook. All right, Facebook. Let's see. Oops, Gerber. Gerber baby food. I don't know how many people engage with Gerber baby food, but there you go. There's 40 likes on their most recent post. 40 reactions. Okay. Now here, I don't see anyone that says add friend. So that means none of those can I add friend. Let me come up with something else. That's more popular. I don't know. What pages do people follow? Women's Health. All right, Women's Health Magazine. Let's go over here, 184 likes. Scroll down. Look, you can add friend. Sandra. I don't want Hernando. I don't prospect dudes. All right. Again, this is when you really find your ideal client and find some smaller pages, you'll see more add friend people. But you can pull that up and say add friend. Oh, I have something for you. Hold on. Keto. Let's look at pages with keto, whatever. Keto friendly recipes. All right, she's got 44 likes on this one. There we go, Sonia. I'm gonna add friend. Jennifer, add friend. Right? Do that to 10 people a day. Now, who knows if they'll accept your friend request or not, but you can go here and go to friends, your friends, sort newest friends first, and I can see who. So the next day when I have to start conversations, I'm like, oh, Lindsay and I are now new friends. Let me go check out Lindsay. Okay, she's a wellness advocate at doTERRA. So I know she's in network marketing, right? I'll go engage with her. I do the same thing that I would do on Instagram. Go engage with her, shoot her a message. Hey, thanks for accepting my friend request, or thanks for connecting, because I don't remember if I sent her one or she sent me one. Hey, I see you live in Illinois. Are you from there originally? Hey, I see you're in doTERRA. How's that going? How long have you been in that business? P.S. Oil people don't make money. So you can recruit them. Not saying go do that, but they really don't make money. See how simple that is? One other trick on here is the groups you're in. Okay, so I have Spring Hill. Oh, let me do a different group because I'm the owner of that group and it doesn't look the same. Hold on, let me see what groups I'm in. Fred J. Page, high school alumni. Okay, so this is my high school alumni. So if I go to Facebook changes crap all the time. Hold on. Oh, 2.4 thousand members. I click on the members. It'll show me the people, see all. And now it says friends, typically like that top group here is like friends you have things in common with. And then it'll be like friends that you don't. But I just go in here and I'm like, see all. And those people I'm all friends with because it says message. Oh, so those are my friends. Okay, here. Oh, members, things in common with. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so these are people I'm not friends with, but I have things in common with, right? Add friend, add friend, add friend, add friend, all the girls. Boom. All right, so I just gave you took away all excuses of I don't know enough people or I don't have enough people to talk to. There you go.
That was absolutely amazing. And I'm going to 100% do that tomorrow. And then you guys, like she did mention the 333, there's a whole entire like little guide in our team page. If you go to the guides or you just type in 333, and there's even a video that like Marina had done a training and it's in our team page. It's literally just the idea of loving on people for 3 days in a row. And like what Wendy Lee was just showing you. What, by getting into their notifications, like when she said they respond to a message and you go to their wall and you start commenting, think about it. What happens on your phone if the same person blows up like 4 of your pictures and it's like, Wendy Lee liked your picture, Wendy Lee commented on your picture, Wendy Lee this, and I like look at my phone like, yo, who the hell is Wendy Lee and why is she looking at me? And I go and look. That's what you get people to do when you blow up their notifications. They see like 5 in a row, like she just like this, she just like this, she just commented on this. So
Yep.
You do that for 3 days in a row. And then if on day 1, they're not like peaked, maybe day 2, they're like, damn, Carrie's name's here again. Day 3, they're like, all right, Carrie, who the hell are you? And why do you keep blowing my spot? So
Right. And then like just sending people a simple message of, hey, I've been loving your content. You might've seen me interacting with you, right? Curious, do you monetize your social media? What do you mean by that? Can I show you a quick video on how you can make money through social media? Is that something you'd be open to looking at? If not, no big deal. Like, why are we scared to ask that question after we've been engaging with someone for a few days? It's like, seriously, no big deal. So PS, spamming, I want to just differentiate because people are like, I don't want to spam. Spamming is when you don't know the person, you've never talked to them, and you're like, hey, you need to join my company because it's amazing. Well, how do you know I need to join your company? You don't even freaking know me, right? That's spamming. Asking somebody if they're open to taking a look because they have great marketing and they should be monetizing social media is not spamming, right? So I just dropped a little bit link in there. It's not clickable, but if you copy it and paste it, you can. So this is my 3I little like quick download 3I prospecting formula. So it's identify your ideal client, influence them with your marketing, and interact with them in Messenger. And I just kind of break that down a little bit, but that's literally how I build all my businesses. And I teach realtors how to build their business that way. I have financial planners. I teach them how to build their business this way. Super simple. Never run out of leads.
and that's the other thing. You're working on that still, right? Like helping women in network marketing figure out how to like use their money and stuff and all that.
Yes. If you guys want, like, I'll just throw that out there. So it's kind of a new thing. So I realized working with people in network marketing who are really making money. And then we're like, we don't know what to do with it. Right. And we kind of commingle and put all the funds together and do all this. Well, I am like really passionate, and seeing different companies shut down and being around leaders who are like, I don't need a retirement plan because I make $300,000 a month and it's going to keep coming forever. No, it's not. So, or you can't bank on that. Right. And then I saw their businesses go. So, I have a passion. I've gotten into financial planning, and I now have a freaking passion to bring to women, specifically in network marketing. I want to teach you how to grow your income, keep your lifestyle the same, and take the difference and set up another stream of income that will pay you for the rest of your life. I want to teach women how to get their money to make them money. It's really freaking simple. So if you guys want a free wealth map, just send me a message. I'll send you a link to fill out a form and book that. But I'm giving me and my business partner, his name's John. We get on a call with you. We get some information, and for free, we lay out a wealth map for you. Like, when do you want to retire, right? Like just have money coming in. And we show you how to create a nest egg. We call it your goose egg of money that literally spits out money at you for the rest of your life. And we teach you like budgeting and creating your emergency fund and all that stuff, and how to pay off debt. We took a client the other day. She's somebody on my team. Her plan to get out of debt was a 25-year plan, including your mortgage. We got it down to 10 and a half years by her spending the same amount of money every month. So anyway, if y'all want that, just message me.
This
Just
was
send you a
incredible.
DM.
Yeah, definitely.
Wendy Lee 80. If you do, what is it? m.me /Wendy Lee 80 is my messenger.
Are you born in 80?
I am. I'm 80. I'm 41 too. Yeah.
I made the cut.
Yeah.
We made the cut.
It's the best. You're another 80, baby. It's the best because I always know
Yeah.
how old I am.
I still feel young.
Right? 1980 here too.
Awesome.
Well, I appreciate your time. I know you're super busy and this was amazing. I have it downloaded for you guys if anybody wants to like replay any of it, rewatch any parts of it. This was fire, girl. Like you're amazing, honestly. And the way your mind works and just how you break it down and make it simple and all the things, just gold.
Reduce overwhelm, increase results. We love to overcomplicate us women. How can I make this as hard as possible? Right? Like, stop. Make it super simple. Get down to the very basics, right? And then guess what? It duplicates. So.
All right. Well, I love you. Thank you. You guys throw some love in the comments. And you guys, you're awesome for all showing up and being here on a Monday.
Yeah, no problem. I'm glad it worked out. I'm going to pop off, let y'all finish up. Take care.
Thank you. All right, guys, I recorded. So hopefully you got some nuggets from tonight.
Oh.
Excited to hear about them and stuff.
She's awesome.
Yeah,
Right?
that was awesome.
She's
Stop
awesome.
recording.
Cool.